So, one particular case of the cisgender Latinx woman that I work with, some of what she was experiencing now because of COVID 19 and the current political environment as an immigrant woman of color was actually related to things that she experienced when she first moved to this country. So we were able to process some of that traumatic activation that she had felt before. How did we do that? First, by creating healthy distance from it, that we can see the traumatic memory, the traumatic activation, but that you have control in the here now, how much you want to lean into that, how much you want to go into it. One way that we did that was through the use of the imagination. Oh, we can put that traumatic memory, because it's very charged for her, in a box. And so imagine a box where you can imagine putting this traumatic memory into, and that traumatic memory is going to be stored in this box, in this container, and it's going to be safe there. And notice what happens in your body now, as we know now that traumatic memory is stored safely in that box. And the client reported feeling better. Oh yeah, that feels better. I can see it, but it's there. Then we began in subsequent sessions to lean more into that traumatic memory. So what's one little thing from that traumatic memory that's in that box that we can work on today? And we can take that small sliver of that traumatic memory, and we can begin to move through the activation of it in the present moment. And so once we chose that small sliver, we notice what her experience was in her body. For that particular client, was an experience of being in school and her not having mastery over her over English, and feeling very lost in an English-speaking school, and her feeling very small, feeling like she was frozen. And what was happening in the moment in our session was that there was tension, that she was like constricting in her body. And we noticed that together, how in holding that memory of that moment in school was generating a present moment activation. And so we challenged that experience. So what if we help your body right now expand a little bit, find more grounding in the chair? If we roll your shoulders up and back, and notice what happens as you remember this memory. Oh, it feels better. I have a little more clarity about it. It doesn't feel as challenging or activating. And so we move through that memory in a similar fashion, moving into the activation with enough sense in the present moment of feeling grounded, of feeling resourced. And that supported her processing of this one sliver that had been very activating for her now, and that was coming for her in the present moment too.